Welcome back, beautiful souls. This is Soldier of Light reporting for duty, and I'm going to go ahead and just do a weekly pull just to see what Spirit has for us. I feel like there's some things that we're going to be learning and things are going to start to come out, even though some of you I know have been a little deflated after the announcement that happened a few days ago. So I just want to see what Spirit has for us. Just in general, I'm just going to pull some cards, and I hope that this message resonates with you. I'm sending you all light and love and dragons, and let's go ahead and get ready to pull some cards. Thank you. Asking my spirit guides the highest light and love, vibration, archangels, angels, spirit guides, my highest light, higher self, ancestors. What message do you have for the viewers out there? What can you tell us? Please and thank you for the next week. First card I get is the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like there's something that's been worked on, something that they've been working on for some time. And I feel like these not only are as things been worked on in the background. I also feel like people like myself and others like yourself who are watching this video, we're working on things. This is something that has been worked on for some time and will continue to work on. And I have the Four of Cups after that. So I feel like what they're telling me right now is what Spirit's saying is they want you to continue to work on yourself. This is just in general for just the collective. And then I also have the Four Cups, which means they want you to meditate. They want you to connect with Spirit. They want you to release all these fears and these thoughts about what's going on in the physical world, because it's just distraction and static. I have the Knight of Pentacles after that. So it means something that they're hard work. It's going to take some work. Or things that have been going on in the past or behind the scenes, they've been worked on. It's been worked on for some time. Things are going to come out. And I feel like they want, Spirit wants me to say as well to you, to continue to work on yourself. Continue to work on yourself. It's going to take some time to get where we need to go, but things are going to work out. Then I have the Emperor card. So that tells me that, like, in general, that tells me that maybe Mr. T. So that tells me I could read this, that there's something been worked on in the past, something they've been working on behind the scenes. And the Four of Cups could also mean that. It means that there's something needs to be completed. They're feeling unfulfilled. So I feel like, and also with the Knight of Pentacles, that could be something they're working on that's tangible. It could be in the New Republic, could be a new financial system. It could also mean the beginning of something, or something that a project they've been working on for some time is finally going to come to fruition. It's taken some time, but they need to make sure it was done correctly. Because I have the Emperor card, so that tells me that Mr. T, this has involved Mr. T and the White Hat. So this is something, a plan they've been working on. But they also can, what I also feel Spirit's telling me is that we're all leaders. We're all leaders with the Emperor card. That means take charge of yourself. Take charge of your emotions. Take charge of the things that you can control, which is yourself and yourself only. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes I feel that we try to control many things that we have no control of. So that just all that does is that makes us have anxieties, and that makes us have things that we're just never going to solve, but we continue to try to, because that's how we're built and we're made. So I feel like Spirit wants me to say that continue to work on yourself. It is hard work, continuing to improve yourself. You should continually connect to Spirit with that Four of Cups, and also be the leader that you're meant to be. Be a leader for not only yourself, be strong, but be a leader for others by your example, the things that you do. And I have the Hermit card after that. So it tells me that there's some, if it's related to the collective with Mr. T, I also feel like with the Hermit card that this is something that there's going to be some soul searching going on. I feel like I saw the comments, some of the comments on some of the channels, even my own, about some of the things. So this is some soul searching that needs to be done with the Hermit card. Things are going to be illuminated with the Hermit holding that lantern. So that means you're also having things come out of you and illuminate out of yourself. Maybe some things that you've kind of pushed down that are coming up. Things are going to be, illuminated and brought to light. And I feel like that's what they're telling me as well, as there's some off-world connections with that, with the Hermit card, old souls, old spirits, and I feel like old. That's what they're telling me with the Emperor. So behind the scenes, collectively, I feel like there's a lot of old souls and a lot of off-world help going on with that. But it also tells me they want you to soul search. They want you to continue to go inside, meditate, continue to connect with Source, connect with your heart, not with what your mind and what things are telling me. And I also have, after the Hermit card, I have the Judgment card. So this is a wake-up call. This is an awakening. That's what that Judgment card is. It has trumpets. So the trumpets are going to be blown. And I feel like maybe one of them was the other day on that speech, even though people may not think it was, but I feel it was a big marker. And I feel with the Judgment card for people, that means things are going to come to fruition. Karmic things are going to come out. Things that need to happen, things that will happen that will benefit us. The wake-up call, the awakening is happening. So that also is telling me that they want you to continue to work on your awakening, work on your enlightenment, because I feel this is a wake-up call for all of us. All of us. Even the awake ones, we're going to have a wake-up call as well, and we have been. We're working towards this judgment. And I have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands tells me this is something that's been planned. This is something that has been a divine plan with that Judgment card, a divine plan. And it's also, we're making progress. They're telling me with that Three of Wands, that's a progress card. They're also telling me that for you in general, as the listener and the person going through this as well, that this is a judgment for yourself, an awakening for yourself. It's part of your path, part of your journey. But this is part of your expansion for you towards enlightenment. The Three of Wands is an expansion card. So I feel, and I also have the Ten of Wands after that. So that tells me that there's a lot of hard work that's gone on to this. If we're talking about the collective, what's been going on, there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of burdens, a lot of things that have gone on that people have really had a hard time, going through and completing. But I also feel like this is something that is part of the collective as well. Individually, this is something that I know all of us have our battles. We all have our burdens. We all have our financial things we're dealing with in our day-to-day lives. And now we have this thrown on top of us as well for a spiritual battle. So I feel like there's a lot of battles and a lot of burdens that have gone on. But that also tells me with the 10 that it's completed. We're moving past that now. I feel, and I also have the 10 of Swords after that. So there's two 10s. That tells me the completion is happening. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending or a complete ending, backstabbing. So I feel with that card, we're going to find out that we were betrayed with that Ten of Swords as a collective in general. I feel like that's what we're going to find out from the Hermit with the illumination. I feel like we're going to find out there are a lot of things we're going to find out we're deceived or just very deceitful. And I also feel like when it comes to things, we're going to have a painful ending ourselves. That means this isn't going to be an easy transition because the dark isn't going to go down without a fight. But it is completed. I feel like we're going to set the tail end of this situation, moving into the new with that Ten of Swords. So there's two 10s in a row. So that tells me it's done. And then I have the Page of Swords. So I feel like we're going to be inspired. So it tells me even in your own personal life with that Ten of Swords, after the Ten of Wands, that maybe there's some things that are coming to completion. Things are coming to an end and you're moving on into a new energetic path. Whatever that looks like in your life, personal, love, financial, whatever. I feel like something's coming to an end for you to progress into something new. Because then I have the Page of Swords, which is after the Ten of Swords. So the Page of Swords tells me that you're going to have you're going to be inspired again. New ideas are going to come. So it also tells me, like, when it comes to the collective as well, that we're going to learn some things. There's a lot of gossip and innuendo, I feel. That card also can mean. And there's a lot of spies and a lot of things that we're going to find out that I feel is going to be illuminated as we move forward. But that also can mean, Page of Swords, that maybe there's some things going on in your life. And I feel like maybe either if you don't have some issues maybe with not trusting people or some of the things some people have said, it could also break down to the Page of Swords of having just being inspired, having a lot of new ideas, and just mentally just wanting to learn. And I feel like a lot of us are doing that. We're learning a lot about not only ourselves, but the world around us through education and enlightenment. And that's what they're telling me. Then I have the Page of Cups. So I feel like there's going to be some creative opportunities moving forward. So I feel like there's a creative. They had to be very creative when it comes to the collective with what they're doing. So a very creative way of how they're handling this. So I feel it's to disrupt as minimal as possible. And I feel like we're going to have some type of surprise, a happy surprise. We're going to start to see some progress, even though people were deflated the other day. I feel like we are making progress. And I want people to know that. This is the time to push forward. Push forward. Don't retreat. Don't curl up. Don't walk the other way. This is the time to puff your chest up, keep your boots moving, and keep them moving forward in the direction towards victory. And that's where we're going. Because then I have the Ten of Pentacles, so I feel like we're going to learn a lot of things that's going to come to completion, and it's going to bring fulfillment. So that tells me, like in with the collective, we could also have something financial that comes out, and I also feel like the legacy card. So I feel like what Trump is leaving behind after he moves on, somewhere in the future, I feel like he's leaving a legacy behind for us, so we can leave a better future for our little ones that are coming and the many generations that are coming after us. So I feel with the Ten of Pentacles, that's what that's doing. So they've been working on a big project, a big thing for the whole world that's going to bring wealth and abundance and equality for all. And I feel when it comes to personal lives, that tells me also that the work, what Spirit's telling me is the work that you've been putting in, enlightening yourself, the work that you've been putting in, all these things that you've been doing is going to lead to a fulfillment for you, fulfillment of knowledge, fulfillment of love, fulfillment of finances, fulfillment of education, enlightenment, energetic abundance. All these things are coming, and these means you're going to leave a beautiful imprint for the generations after you because of the work that you're doing. So what that's telling me with Spirit is they want you to continue to nurture yourself. Nurture yourself. Because the base of my deck had the Queen of Pentacles. That's a nurturing card. They want you to remain rooted and grounded and to release all these fears and all these doubts about things that are going on. Because the stuff that's going on, the stuff that you read online, that you hear on the news, it's just static. It's just static to deflect. As I mentioned in my show, if you haven't caught it from last night, this is a war of your mind and your soul. Because your mind controls your actions. So what is the way that they want to do? They're going to want to control your mind with the thoughts that you have and the stuff that they put in that just really destroys your overall ability to free think, because they're continually shoving it down your throat for you to not be able to have free thought, because the thoughts that we have are already hindered or tainted because of the information that's constantly just being thrown down or thrown at us. So I want you to just use discernment, continue to connect. That's what Spirit's telling me, and that's the most important thing. Is you are a digital warrior. You're not in the trenches per se in the foxhole, but your foxhole is in your home and learning information, spreading your word out to other people, affecting others around you. That's how you affect this war. This war of good versus evil, light versus dark. Be the light. Be the light. And be the soldier that you're meant to be. I hope that this message resonated with you all, and I'm sending you all light and love and protection and dragons. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And share this video as much as you're able to for the beautiful souls that I know that need to hear this message. Soldier of Light, out.